it's also, you know, in order to say that, you know, collection of results, you know, are still ongoing.
We were making one mistake. Every political party has a situation room. TVC has situation room because we are collating. It's all about information. Those collection centers in every political party, we've known the result as they come in. We know the result as they come in because we all have agents. We all have agents. And when I contested the election, my agent takes my slip straight there, text our result to them. To every polling unit, it will start adding up. It is the one they are doing in Abuja now is the official one. Everybody in their states today knows the outcome of this election. It's not officially announced, and I can't give figures. I can only tell you that is the truth. Don't let politicians confuse you. What has PDP done differently that they thought Nigerians were waiting for us?
Let me ask you a question.
Yes.
Many people believe that the PDP has stained itself, that the PDP didn't actually govern Nigeria the right way. In fact, it got to a point that the PDP thought that the solution was to change the name of the party after they lost the election.
That is very correct.
In 2015.
When Modu Sharif took over the party.
Yes, they thought that, okay, they even apologized to Nigerians.
We were the actors.
They even apologized to Nigerians
we were the actors.
for the failure that they made.
I said we were the actors.
Now, can you say with certainty that if PDP had chosen Peter Obi as his candidate,
yes,
that the PDP would have won the election?
No. Let me tell you today, if Obi had run under PDP, even as president, we would have lost. Let me tell you, Nigerians don't want to hear certain things again.
They don't want to hear PDP again.
They don't want to hear PDP. Let me tell you, at the federal level,
yes,
because every state is peculiar. States are different. At the national level, excuse me, how many PDP presidents are still with PDP today? Did Atiku visit Obasanjo during this campaign? Ask yourself. Buhari is the only president ever produced by APC. Buhari is the only president ever produced by APC. Tell me, is Obasanjo with PDP? Is Jonathan with PDP? May God bless Yaradua of late memory. Tell me how many Senate presidents were active in this election. Some of them were quiet inside. We should ask how they lost Kwara with that margin. I don't want to go into too many.
But in spite of all that, you have chosen to stick with the PDP.
Listen, okay, go ahead, ask your question.
Yes, because that is what you are convinced that PDP is a public relations disaster right now.
Listen,
but you still chose to stay there.
Yes, remember?
There must be a reason why you are still there.
Remember that I said what I'm talking about is a national politics. And I'm telling you again that all states are peculiar. The situations in states differ. And I'm equally telling you, sir, there's nobody in Nigeria that has confronted me with what I said before and saying something to the contrary. You will recall again that I said Nigerian Governors Forum, both in PDP and APC, PDP and APC serving governors met in Delta. PDP, APC governors, towards that election, signed a document and said, we are considering this coming election to our southern brothers in Nigeria, which means they all agreed. Excuse me, can a fractured party, can a fractured leg run? A leg that is fractured. Can I box you with a fractured hand? The Kwankwaso left the PDP. Since this is how you came home, this is how you, your child. Yes. And I'm going to come to your child matter.
Oh, we'll take you there.
Yes, sir. What is his name? What did I say now? Kwankwaso left. Yes. Kwankwaso came up with almost 1 million votes. If Kwankwaso didn't leave, that vote would be for PDP.
Yes.
Obi, I told you that time, Obi, very serious cancer. Cancer stage 4. He has finished both liver, kidney, heart of PDP now. Before now, he's chopping APC too, but he has chopped both the eyes, the nose, everybody, everywhere in PDP.
All the vital organs.
If there's any organ left, it's carcass.
And you still choose to be a part of a party in the way you have
Just
described?
wait a second. Listen, my sister. I am a 62-year-old man. I don't beg for relevance. You understand? Yeah, I'm not looking for appointment. I'm not begging you for anything. Let me tell you very clearly. Those who are cringing mislead the public. I'm not going to mislead anybody here. In the month of November, I sent a tweet. I said, please, it is not too late to mend fences. Let us do something. It's like Fayose should get out. I've gotten out. Oh, they too are out. Those who reject wise counsel will face a tomorrow like this. Did they make effort to reconcile with Obi before today? Today now they are looking for Obi to make sure. Obi is the clean man. Obi should not allow them to come and stay in him. They should not. Obi is wearing white. Nigerians are talking Obi now. This election is the hand of INEC. I don't want to comment about the election and the outcome. Obi is a man I have great respect for. But let me say it here. Obi should not allow PDP to stay. If PDP were the one winning this election, would they say they should cancel it? The Biblical Solomon said, allow the two babies to grow side by side. But you said they should kill the baby. Who will kill the baby for PDP? Who will kill the baby for them? This Professor Mahmoud knows his right. And he has told them. I listened to this program before coming here. I saw the state chairman of
the state coalition officers?
No, state chairman of political parties participating in this election, who said it should continue. In America, there were flaws.
Yes.
Till tomorrow, Trump is still saying he won that election. Trump is still saying he was rigged.
It was rigged out.
My brother, what is the story? Trump said he will go to court, he lost. PDP too should go to court. When I lost the election,
Labour Party is also involved, but it appears it's only PDP.
Excuse me, sir. I can't be talking for Labour Party, sir.
Oh, but you can also advise them.
Listen, what I'm saying that anybody affected by this process
should go to court.
Should go to court. Yeah. But let me say this, I'm here with all humility. I love Peter Obi. And I know Peter Obi knows that there is a rule of law. There is a process. Elections don't start and finish one day. It's a process. And after this election, the next thing is go and ventilate your anger in court. Okay,
and yesterday, Senator Dino Melaye, had been making, a series of outbursts at the National Coalition Center, talking about, a suspension or calling for the suspension of the coalition. But he walked out. Excuse me. He walked out.
That is within the rights of... It is somebody that is beaten that has right to cry.
But he has been accused of disrupting the process. Do you agree?
Excuse me, when you beat somebody, that person must cry. You must pity Dino. Dino was the lifeline of that PDP campaign. The consequences of losing an election to a person like Dino is grave. Dino is a man I love so much. Don't let us discuss Dino. If you are flogging a child, that child must cry.
It's Nigerians that flog them with votes now.
It is Obi, that Obi people. They chop the kidney or the liver of... In fact, Obi, let me tell you, if PDP is not careful, sir, everybody inside PDP may end up in Obi's party.
Did you expect this level?
I don't expect.
Did you expect this level
I
of
am even afraid, as I am. I didn't sleep. When I was young, Obi here, Obi there, Obi there, Obi... I was confused.
Another perspective, had been... I just wanted to push this across
let me land that one.
Right. Okay, you first. You
want Nigerians to hear me now. Let me talk.
You first, please.
Let me tell you something. The only problem that may deny Obi this presidency is the spread. Today, everybody has known what Obi is made up of. That's what I said to you. This Obi, don't allow anybody to put stains on your clothes. You have put up a great fight.
Yes.
A fantastic fight. If it's not satisfied, Obi cannot say it was rigged in Atiku's place. Excuse me. When you look at the things I have here, it will help you. In the president's place, he lost election with the sitting governor there. In Lagos, Asiwaju lost election. The Speaker of the National Assembly is from Lagos. Obi lo jebe, I mean, pardon me, that's Obi.
Yes.
Obi flogging people. But
even Okowa.
I don't want to mention names.
Yeah, they are your PDP.
I don't want to mention names. Everybody knows the reason why what killed his mother and his father. As long as you are the one that succeed your father and your mother, you must know what killed them.
Yes.
So what is killing PDP? They know it. I don't want to put my mouth inside that. But at the federal level, it can no longer be trusted though. The PDP, this election now, is slightly between Obi and APC now.
Yes, did you ever expect, sir, that PDP could be coming towards in states like Lagos, even in states that...
Stop there. Even in Ayu states, Ayu lost his what? Ayu lost his local government. What are you talking about? When they used to tell us, when fish decay from inside, there's nothing left, sir. If fish is decaying from outside, you can quickly use knife and cut it off. If it's from inside, there's no solution.
Or if it decays from the head.
From the head, that's what I mean. Redeemable. Yes. Let me tell you something. In this Lagos, I've told you, who will imagine Obi will come here? When I had the result, 50,000 to APC 29,000, I said, to sleep became a problem. Because the same man that used to win Kano won. Imagine that man was still in PDP. Let's go a little further. In this Lagos, Asiwaju lost. But Abila lost.
No, he didn't.
No, not in person.
You mean,
the party.
Okay.
The
The impact of this defeat.
Yes, sir. Are you telling me now that it was APC that rigged the man that won him? Somebody defeated me. I'm robber. I will say, I beg.
No, that's even the point that people are making, that this claim about rigging makes no sense. If all of those governors, many APC governors have lost their state.
Many have lost their election personally.
Yobe taken away from Mema Labune. Ayade taken away. Cross River taken away from Ayade. Lagos, they won here.
Yes, sir.
So who is rigging?
Who is rigging?
Is it the same people who lost many of the states that they used to control? So that is the point.
Even in Delta, Obi.
Yes.
Let's cover that one. Obi was like a
hurricane.
God bless you for that language. It was hurricane. When I had the result of Delta, when I had the result of
Edo, PDP came third in Edo, sir.
That's a sitting PDP governor there, sir. Don't let us deceive ourselves. They don't want us again.
So even if Peter Obi had remained in PDP, a perspective has been that he wouldn't have, made this much exploits if he had remained in the party.
I think that if you wear a brand new dress, you won't still look like a 19-year-old girl. If Peter Obi were to remain in PDP, they will lose with us. He will lose with us.
Yes, you already.
If Peter Obi comes back to PDP again, he will no longer be popular. Peter Obi is the new brand. The only thing Peter Obi, this journey started too late. He couldn't penetrate into the north. If Peter Obi, the only challenge Peter Obi will have is the spread of a 25% in 25 states. That's all. If not, what is PDP saying? From where? What have we done differently? All the people that are contesting from in PDP today were the Obotes of 2015. People who betrayed their own party in 2015 went to APC. When they didn't get what they wanted in APC, they ran back. And what goes around in life comes around.
Let's go to your state, sir.
Let's go to your state.
This whole agitation, at least according to Dino, emanated from the election held in your state. And Dino claimed that there was overvoting in your state.
As Dino showed the figures to show overvoting, I was there when Professor Mahmoud
responded
and explained to him. When the figures are not more than they are credited, there's no overvoting.
There's no overvoting.
You understand? All these things we are saying, unfortunately, PDP thought that this election would be, they never envisaged this will be hurricane. How do you explain PDP having 75,000 in Lagos Obi having almost 600.
670.
Are you blaming your life? Is it Ashwaju or the APC that caused that to be differential? They should not come and say this. Oh. Our party is at the federal level has become history.
Okay, and you know, I missed
you asked
on
the question about Ekiti.
All right.
Eh?
All right.
Let me tell you, sir. Let me tell you. When this election was to come, our party was behaving as if we have gotten it. Nobody matters. The cabal that would have been in PDP would have been worse than the cabal in APC. Nobody could talk to them. They were so high-handed. From the organizing secretary to the legal advisor to IU himself, they were busy cashing out. They were busy cashing out, collecting money from this candidate and that candidate. Atiku himself was quite unsuspecting. He would know that those people doesn't want him to win. In the case of Ekiti, they know what they did. And so we too, we will now allow them to go and come and be whipping us. We work with their enemies.
So you did anti-party?
That is your language. I work with their enemies. They too did evil to us. Who cares? They are going home. Somebody, as I was coming here now, I don't know if it is true. God forgive us all. Somebody was telling me that Atiku was going to the airport as I was speaking.
Is it to
go to Dubai?
I don't know. I mean, somebody said it. I'm not saying it's correct. I mean, it might be just, I saw it on my phone. It might be just, but excuse me, after the last election, Atiku left for Dubai. He was away for 2.5 years. He came briefly, and it was when they want to do these primaries that Atiku came back. You understand? So what are you telling me, sir? What are you saying?
Why couldn't the governors of your party, majority of them
I can't answer
from the from the south,
yes.
Why couldn't they put their foot down?
They are the owners of their foot. I'm not the owner. I'm a former governor. They are the owners of their foot. Our party is the only party where people decamp to another party. Our governors are gone. We have 13. Out of 13, 5 are not with us. Remain 8. Why will you want to bring manna from heaven?
Why do you think IU was unable to get this disagreement?
IU himself is culpable. IU, let me tell you, maybe you can't remember what Obasanjo said something when IU visited him. Obasanjo told IU that PDP made you chairman. You are going to be the one to bury the party.
So then,
he has not buried. Is now PDP's undertaker.
And at the end of the day, what is left of PDP? Looking at this, you've already.
In national, we are already carcass. PDP is already carcass at the national level. Don't let us talk about PDP here. This fight they are fighting. The moment they announce this election, everybody will go back to their house, their homes. All this noise is noise. I heard yesterday they were looking for judges that would cooperate with them to grant injunction. Is that a party that wants to be president of Nigeria? That want to produce president of Nigeria? They were struggling yesterday looking for judges that will assist them to grant them an injunction. They are still doing it, though.
So the position of the APC... If
you look at this thing now, are you between the PDP and the Labour Party, which side is more bitter about the outcome of this election?
Peter Obi should continue to thank God. If this is an uncommon occurrence, grace in Nigeria for Peter Obi has become an issue in Nigeria.
Can he sustain it?
Excuse me.
Can he sustain it is another question that
whoever wins this election, if he does not carry this Peter Obi along, will be in trouble. The government won't stand the test of time. Peter Obi is an institution now. He's not, Peter Obi is a very smart guy. But that has been Peter Obi. You see him carrying his bag alone. Enter motor alone. Everybody saw.
He said he has been using the same wristwatch for 17 years.
Excuse me, sir. Peter Obi is a man of little wants, little needs. He's saying the truth. If you look at his shoe, it's modest. He will tell you that my shoe is to make me comfortable. As long as it's not torn. Peter Obi deserves what is happening. But let me say, whosoever becomes the president of Nigeria should rally us. And if you see any rally, it's sponsored by PDP. Any protest is PDP sponsored.
There are pockets of protest.
It is PDP sponsoring. They went to give them at one of the governor's lodge. They went to give them is it 4 million or 5 million yesterday night. You know, when you have 10 people sitting down, you will see somebody who is not totally with you. They were telling us how they were struggling to get judges. They want to call. I know judiciary will not allow them to truncate democracy. No judge will go and grant them any order. Secondly, when you are now looking for money to pay tax from Suba, they want to go and look for people from Suba to come and carry
placard
against INEC. It's a waste of time. Whosoever becomes the president of Nigeria should put us together. There must be one president at a time. Whether it's Obi, whether it's Asiwaju, or PDP cannot make it again. Nobody is talking about us again.
Yes. Obi has harvested the anger of young people, and a lot of the people behind him are very young people. You've been in government yourself, a two-term governor. What have we done to anger the youths, to make them not see...
That one has started from the days of Obasanjo. Don't say what you are saying. Obasanjo was president of Nigeria at 38. This Obasanjo was the one still reading the news here yesterday. Obasanjo granted an interview in 2010. A reporter, not a Nigerian reporter, put it to Obasanjo. He said, "You said your party won an election." He said, "Yes." He said, "Was it free and fair?" Obasanjo said, "Yes." He said, "But don't you know the perception out there was that Nigeria is a one-party state?" He said, "No." He said, "Because he has 28 governors." All I'm trying to say is that Baba Obasanjo should retire very well. Somebody asked me, "Is anything, why did I think Obasanjo is doing like this?" My mom is 83. My mom, every human being, when you are aging, you will be aging everywhere. Lot is, Obasanjo too is aging. Sometimes when Obasanjo takes things, speaks, we should not take him. He's a good man. He was a good man as president. Don't let us just consider those things as serious. Old people, they just talk. Sometimes, how or not, will an election be less than 24 hours? You are reading paper. To tell you what? If I were Obasanjo, I would be at home. I would just be playing with my great-grandchildren. I won't be doing all this. Don't you see the Buhari people now? They don't even mind him. They talk to him anyhow. They just ignore him. That's what they do. And you see me, I hardly want to talk about Buhari again. His time is going. Some people say he will kill me within the 8 years. My brother, but as soon as they announce the next president, Buhari becomes lame dog. He's very close to Daura now. Very close home. He's only enjoying that flight, that aircraft.
And people have said that, calls, by former president, Olusegun Obasanjo, that the coalition at this time is suspended to address some discrepancies, is a call for anarchy.
Excuse me,
especially where there is no evidence
President
to show
Buhari has no powers to recall that election. Otherwise, people will tell him it's because your party is this, your party is that. He is not within his purview to do that. That is not cash swap. You can't try it. To do what?
Are you not surprised that somebody who had been president, two-time head of government in our country, was writing to...
I'm not surprised. Obasanjo is a writer. Obasanjo is a writer. He writes all the time.
What did he expect the president to do?
Excuse me. Now, if you have issues with Obasanjo, you can write letter to United Nations. That doesn't know me. Obasanjo is a writer. Let's take all those for old age.
But you see, he was much younger when he decided to deal with you.
Yes.
As governor.
Yes.
And your impeachment.
Yes. So the court has reversed that.
Yes, your impeachment in inverted commas.
If you don't put that in inverted commas, I will have sued you.
No, I'm one of those who educated Nigerians that there was no impeachment. That was not known to the law. But you were one of his favorite boys.
Very. I was Obasanjo's boy.
You were Obasanjo's boy at that time. What happened?
Obasanjo is like that. Let's leave Baba, please. When somebody is 86, he's tired.
No, he was young at that time.
And then let's leave that. You see, we must equally protect him as our leader in the Yoruba nation. Let's leave it.
No, but this action that he has taken,
that is unethical.
It's antithetical to the unity of Yoruba land.
It's unbecoming of a statesman for somebody to be doing election. Even IBB, in his corners of his heart, will regret those actions. Obasanjo benefited from the demise of Abiola's struggle. But Obasanjo never honored Abiola, even in his grave. I hope whoever becomes the president of Nigeria will remember to rehabilitate the Abiola's family. What is fair is fair. The struggle Nigerians are enjoying today is a product of Abiola's struggle. And let me commend the Northerners. Let me commend the Northerners. They did well. The voting pattern clearly shows that Atiku was always being favored here before.
Yes.
Atiku has never won in the North. Atiku only reversed the tempo they used to give against the PDP that brought him to a fair tempo. Why PDP is crying is that their figures are not as up as Buhari. Is Atiku Buhari?
He said he will inherit the 13 million votes of Buhari.
From where? Is this are they fathers from the same? I said Daura and Jada, the same place. Let's leave that one.
All right. Let me also ask now, looking at the way the results are trickling in now, and the movement backing the Peter Obi personality. How do you think? What do you think would happen if eventually he is announced as the winner? As the winner, if he is not announced as the winner.
Let's just don't say this person will be announced. Whoever is announced becomes Nigerian president. If you are not satisfied, go to court. You understand? These things, you will try, but if it doesn't work your way, you take it as the will of God. Man will say, God brings this. Take it in good faith. All this desperation is because some people, this is their last chance.
Yes.
This is their last chance.
Yes.
They will say, let them die there. If you die there, they will bury you. That is the danger. Today, PDP cannot die there. They die there, they bury them. As they sweet us, they pain them.
Is this sweeting you?
It's sweeting me. Nigeria is...
That means you are not different from Wike.
Excuse me, I love Wike. I will continue to love Wike. I will continue to be with Wike. In another word, I will be with Wike. Wike is my friend. Wike is my benefactor. Wike is a wonderful friend. Don't talk that one. But Wike forever is the man to be with.
All right. Another, perspective, looking at the shock defeats and victories that we have seen so far.
I'm not in the caliber of people that betray friends, so I'm not. If there's the only one man that will be left to that man, it would be a Fayose. For what?
But don't you think that this decision now of some PDP governors to support or not to support the Atiku candidacy would cost them? Some have also said that this could cost them. Look at the Oyo State example, for instance. Are you confident that Governor Makinde will be victorious at the governorship election?
Let me tell you, I've told you earlier, I said all I'm saying here is about the federal election. I have told you every election in the state level is peculiar. Let me tell you, in Oyo State, in 2019, there were 2 senators of the APC. Makinde still won. Let me equally tell you again, one of the things that worked more in Oyo State was Asiwaju as a Yoruba man. Don't let us deny those facts. It worked for him. Makinde too, that I know, is hopeful for a win. Makinde is not a small boy. Sir, you politicians, we fight, we make up. We are like husband and wife. Now, where will we go? No, we are. Makinde is still Makinde.
Are you sure Ayu will not eventually expel him?
Yes, sir. Ayu is expelled already. Ayu lost his word. Ayu is gone. Ayu is history in PDP. This Ayu that... Look at my face very well. Let us finish. Let them announce.
What is your current status in the PDP?
I don't know my status. I am a former governor in the party. I am a BOT member. By reason of the fact that I was chairman...
You are a suspended member.
No. By the reason of the fact that I was the former chairman of PDP Governors Forum. I'm a member of caucus. And let me tell you, who cares? Let me tell you, who cares? What is left in the party that you're suspending people? They can leave them.
What about an expulsion?
I said, What is the difference between extortion and extortion? I packed the two of them, I dashed them. Who cares? If you want to be a party person and not in government, they want to remain as party and not being in government? They have luled now already. They're already on the floor.
If you were Atiku Abubakar,
yes,
and there were all kinds of options before him,
yes,
would you simply have sacrificed Ayu as Wike and others wanted?
I started this conversation today that there was an understanding between the governors, leaders of the North in the party, and leaders of the South, and said this power must go to the South. When you are smart by half would outsmart you. Let me tell you today, the problem of this party is insolvable. The bitterness is too high. People are so aggrieved. You didn't know the condition of Ayu when Wike brought him to come and be national chairman. Look at his face now. His
face is fresher.
He has chopped bokoto, chopped snail, chopped this, chopped that. He talks as if nobody else matters in Nigeria. My brother, when you see the leg of a madman, you don't cut it. Is it the leg of a man that is running you will cut? Ayu has cashed out. Let's talk about another thing.
But looking at the process of...
But if you look at Ayu, yes, every office he has held, he was sacked of such office. Go to Ayu's history.
But this time around, he's refusing to...
the time will tell. What has he brought to the table now, sir? He has brought disgrace to the party. He has brought disgrace to his party. As a man, if he has honor, he's supposed to resign and go home peacefully.
But the argument then was that it was too
Don't
close.
Let us go to the argument
because
Obi has changed the pattern. Argument of before that election has even changed. Obi has changed the pattern, the reasoning of every Nigerian. Let's forget about that. Like I told you, the only thing that they may deprive Obi this election is the spread. Anybody say Obi does not matter today is wasting his time. But whoever becomes the president of Nigeria as a result of this coalition going on should not ignore Obi. If you ignore Obi, you ignore Obi at your own peril.
But looking at this, there were controversies or in issues or actions taken by the All Progressives Congress. For example, now, the Naira redesign policy. What impact do you think that had on the voting patterns at this election, especially looking at the woes and victories of the Labour Party and APC?
You see, that was why I commended President Buhari. I didn't like that swap because it was political step taken by the CBN governor for reasons. But CBN governor, I don't want to criticize him publicly. Because of certain interest, they have made Nigerians to suffer. They created an avenue where a common man see 1,000, he would do anything for it. It was that bad. At the end of the day, the people you targeted because of that policy is like putting a catcher on the floor and he's not catching the animal. He went to catch your son's leg. You don't understand? The policy of catch swap was meant politically to catch an animal for yourself, for your family to eat. But the animal seems to be escaping that catcher. Unfortunately, your son or your children went to the farm. That catcher now held his legs. Then you make confession later. Let's leave it like that. No, I don't know who will win this election.
You know, you popularized the phrase stomach infrastructure.
Yes.
In relation to
cash swap
politics in our country.
Yes.
I want you to define exactly what you meant at that time by stomach infrastructure.
Sir. You know, let me tell you the truth. I was privileged to become governor at 42. I'm one of the governors that was close to the people during his reign. I go to everywhere you cannot see a governor. My style of dress and all that is different. most of the people that were abusing me at that time, Fayose is doing this, Fayose is doing that, he has brought governance to the common. Most of them now, with this obese wide wing, we go and be eating where you have Amalaya or you're in Abuja very soon, just to be known. My brother, I did all I did in good faith, extend the love to the common man, because I never had it so easy when I was growing up. That's my style. Till tomorrow, that is still me. When I came here today, did you see me with a convoy or any car? Just my one car. I'm not saying I'm perfect, though, because me too, I'm not a saint. But it is not the way of life of some people. But when the election is coming, they change their way of life. They start to do what they were not doing before, just to win the election. This cash shop, good idea, wrongly timed and politically motivated. That's it.
But they said they did it to stop vote buying.
And did it work? If indeed, did it work?
Did you see vote buying?
I don't think so. You see, there are so many ways. But that vote buying, there are so many ways you can beat it. It might not be as heavy as that. Vote buying has become a major issue in our body politic. You understand? We will continue to improve on how to checkmate it. You understand? Because some people too, they can be sending 5,000, 3,000 to your account. Yeah? A lot of things are possible. So don't let us go into it, because let us solve this obese problem. Yes. You see, maybe now that people can now find a leader like Obi who they love. The majority of the people voted for Obi in good conscience. They voted for Obi in good conscience.
I think for most of them, they just came to the conclusion that politicians are greedy, politicians are corrupt. But this one is different.
This was how I started my conversation, that politicians were bad.
Why are you politicians so selfish?
Join us now.
Why are you so selfish? That's why I refuse to join you.
Stay where you are.
Why are Nigerian politicians
I'm not going to answer that. When you are ready to join us, we'll let you know. But God will help the country. The country is getting better.
All right. And
let me tell you, let me call it openly, without apologies, commend Asiwaju Ahmed Bola Tinubu. Let me commend him publicly. Some have said I'm in APC. I don't care. I can be anywhere. But in the instance case, I've said this severally. I didn't hide it since when I was in office. Asiwaju Ahmed Bola Tinubu raised so many Yoruba people. I don't want to talk about other regions. Asiwaju Bola Ahmed provided a cover for so many. And he was so betrayed too. That's another story. But do we cut his head? Is it an option to cut his head off? No. I am not a member of his party. But I shall continue to appreciate him, because most people are not with Awolowo, but they continue to appreciate the little Awolowo left for us. You understand? He has paid his dues. If it's in God's will that he will be president of Nigeria, during the primaries, I wrote a letter to him just before the primaries. I told him, don't allow them to kill you. I wrote a letter to him. And I'm telling you again, if it's in God's will that he will be president of Nigeria, nothing shall stop it.
Let me quickly ask a question about the arguments for and against Igbo presidency. Some had been saying, these things are usually negotiated, but with the wave that, Peter Obi's movement has made, where is the place of that argument for
Excuse me, sir.
It's
this Peter Obi, I've told you, this Peter Obi, anybody who becomes president of Nigeria and does not give a right of place, I'm not saying an appointment for Peter Obi, Peter Obi will remove that person from office in another election. Mark my words.
So are you saying this same wave?
This same wave will not stop.
Can be repeated.
This same wave, this Peter Obi, the people supporting him, the Peter Obi that I know, after this general election, they will continue.
Even though the next cycle of elections is in 4 years.
I'm telling you, those guys, however, whosoever that becomes the president of Nigeria should reunite the country. Yes. This issue of is Igbo, is Hausa, is Igbo, is Yoruba, should be in the dustbin of history. Peter Obi has shown to the fact that his love and love for him and for this country goes beyond his origin, his ethnical background. The statement has been made. Peter Obi is now a phenomenon in Nigeria.
Before we let you go,
and I'm telling you, most people in PDP will end up in Peter Obi's camp.
All right, that said, before we let you go, you've spoken about, Asiwaju now, but you, on a personal level with Asiwaju Bola Tinubu, what's your relationship with him?
Sir, let me equally tell you, he's alive. One thing that I will tell you very clear, I visited him in Bodilon. I was the one who took the picture of myself and Asiwaju. I was the one that posted it. Don't forget. And I'm telling you, since that time, I've seen Asiwaju once. And I'm not somebody who wants to see Asiwaju or want to see anybody. I will go in the night. I will go openly. Nobody is paying for my gari. I'm not somebody who does night and day. Let me tell you, I have made a small name for myself in Nigeria, whether some people like me or not. When Fayose is coming, they say it's former governor. How many former governors are in Nigeria? From the day they were doing military milads, we are not up to 200 or 250 in a population of about 200 million. I give glory to God. Everybody has his own catchment area. I am Fayose, I am Peter the Rock. APC Nekiti cannot say, why will I go? They can't say it. PDP will not say, why will I go? Any one of them that says it, we will confine them in dustbin of history. I'm a leader in Ekiti now. Anybody who wants me, I will go with them. I will go with them.
Right.
You did not explain exactly how the incoming administration will need Peter Obi in what area.
You see, let us finish who becomes the president of Nigeria first. Don't let us jump the gun. When they finish this election and there's a president-elect, I will come back here and give advice to the president-elect. Right. But I've said it to you, I am not timid. I am not timid. But I wish Tinubu all the best. I wish Peter Obi all the best.
What's your final message to Nigerians?
You won't wish Atiku all the best.
Atiku, all the best.
What's your final message to Nigerians?
My final message to Nigerians: don't go and die for any politician. Don't die for us. We are not worth dying for. The moment you die, they forget. Even the person that dies well in this country, they don't remember them. Politician, for a moment, they will come to your burial. They will shed crocodile tears. They will go to their houses. All these petty rallies are sponsored by PDP. Obi doesn't need people to sponsor. Obi don't even give people money.
Doesn't give shishi.
Shishi. They love Obi naturally. The sponsors are PDP only. All those small ones you see in Abuja was planned last night. The things were printed overnight. They asked them to carry it against INEC. But that man knows his right. He knows the limitations of the powers. And tell them, no judge, the CJN, sir, don't let them bastardize the judiciary. Don't let them bastardize the judiciary.
This is not June 12th.
They want to take us back, looking for a judge that will grant them order to stop the INEC from announcing the results. So, for me, God is with us.